Hey, my name's Cammy and I want to tell you my story. It's nothing crazy, just the ordinary life of an ordinary family. And for a while now, I feel like I've just been living my life through a series of snapshots, like this one.
I want to see her.
Not right now. Maybe in a few days.
Oh, I need to see her, Dad.
She's okay. You're not going to see her right now.
She's not okay. She's in a mental hospital.
She's just in a little rough patch right now. She's too sensitive and depressed.
Too sensitive for who?
She's too sensitive to everything. She gets worse every year.
Every year you've known her, that should tell you something.
My marriage is none of your business, young lady. Your mom is the sick one, and it does not involve me.
I thought a marriage took two people. Don't you love her anymore?
I will not discuss my marriage with you. You are being obnoxious.
Yeah,
rude,
Mom
and
says
spoiled.
I'm just like you. The only fight it makes her worse. When can I go see her?
When I say you can go see her, I will not tolerate this kind of attitude from you, Kelly. This conversation is over.
Yeah, that's just it, Dad. You don't love us. You tolerate us.
Cammy, get back here! Cammy, get back here!
But for you to understand my story, you need to understand my friend Kristen's story first.
Chris, how many windows are there? Kristen,
What, Mom? I'm sorry.
how many windows are there?
Well, one wall is nothing but windows, but I want privacy. I also want the light to come in. I'm just not sure what to do.
I think you could make the curtains just high enough to cover up what's important, and then leave the upper window open so the light can come in.
So you mean like cover up to here, and then that way the light can come in, but nobody else can see in? That's a good idea, Mom.
Now, how tall are the windows?
Well, I'm not sure. I know they're about 2 feet off the ground, and then the ceilings are like, 8 feet tall, so that would be 6 divided by 3 would be 2 feet plus casing in him. How much fabric would that take?
Well, we'd have to see how wide the material is first, and I'd want to be sure to get some extra just in case. And you know what? You could make pillows to match the curtains.
That's a good idea, too. Thanks, Mom. This is fun. I haven't had a place to decorate in a while.
You know what? I am so glad you're out of that other situation. I had a bad feeling about it all along.
Hey ladies, my name is Sammy and I'll be taking your order. Yep, what can I get you guys to drink?
I'll have a Coke.
Hey,
I'll just have ice water.
all right, I'll be right back with that.
Well, I think the Oriental salad with the grilled chicken.
You always get that, don't you? Want something different?
No, it's my favorite.
Come back here! Oh, you're far ahead of me! Oh, you're in so much trouble. Oh.
They're so cute. Of course, they're about the age that my kids were when I left them.
Kristen, why do you do this to yourself? You can't go through the rest of your life blaming yourself for what happened. You did the best you could do at that time, and that's all any of us could do. Put it behind you. Your kids are fine now. They're great kids, and they love you so much. Kristen, you need to forgive yourself.
It's hard to forget how I hurt them. I mean, they spent the better part of their childhood without a mom, and sometimes I still can't sleep at night.
Have you told Jordan yet?
No, how can I? I can't even forgive myself. I can't expect him to forgive me. And he's gonna be a pastor soon. I don't know about being a pastor's wife with all this baggage.
You'd be a great pastor's wife. You work with the teens at church and at school, and you care so much about people. You already support him in his ministry, but it's only fair to him to tell him before he gets any more serious.
I know, and I know that the longer I wait, the harder it'll be. If he were to ask me to marry him, I don't even know what I would say. I wish the whole mess had never happened.
Well, it did, and you're going to have to deal with it. Have you told him about the hospital?
No, I told him about the mental abuse and about the divorce, but not about the hospital or even the custody.
Well, you need to tell him soon. He's a real keeper. You don't want to lose him.
You know, he's going to seminary soon. I can't imagine being without him.
Do you honestly think he's gonna leave without you? He wants to marry you.
I know, I'm just not ready.
Well, you need to get ready. Now let's change the subject to something more pleasant. How about when we finish here, we'll go get the material. You need something fun to think about.
Okay. Kristen plays an important part in my story, but there's a lot more, and I'll spare you all the details, but I need to show you one more snapshot.
Mom. It seems crazy, but this snapshot is what started a chain of events that God used to restore my family.
So don't give up, oh don't ever forget, you are loved, he's not finished yet. Oh, things your eyes have yet to see, a life beyond your wildest dreams. You might feel like you're breaking, ooh yeah, and you're so tired of waiting, it's just still in the making.
Hey, I think Kyle's talking about me. He keeps looking at Eli and saying something.
Ooh, Kyle, okay.
Shut up, Lexi.
Okay. Are you okay?
Yeah, just another explosion last night.
What did he do?
Oh, you know, the usual. Yell at me and tell me how bad I am.
That's so bad.
Yeah, too bad.
Oh, did Jared talk to you? He was looking for you.
Yeah, he wants to go to the drive-in, but I don't want to go alone. So, you want to go?
I'm not gonna go on a date with you. That would be stupid.
Okay, you know what I'm saying. We can go to the drive-in. It'll be fun.
Kimmy, wait.
Hey.
So, Kyle Kramer wants to go out. And he wanted me to.
Is this a joke?
Why would he want to go out with me? He's got girls begging to go out with him.
Maybe he just likes the way you look.
I know exactly what he likes, and it's not for sale.
Gross.
You know I'm right. I bet you. Okay, listen. Go tell him I'd love to go out with him. But I don't give out what he's looking for.
Okay, I'll let him know.
Awkward.
Hey, Kristen, wait. I need to talk to you. I need someone to talk to. There's a boy after me, and Mom's in a hospital, and Dad's a jerk, and Addie doesn't care, and I know that's my fault. I'm a mess.
Okay, one thing at a time. You're not a mess, and nothing is totally your fault. Your mom she needs time.
It is my fault. And what if she doesn't come home?
Well, we'll deal with that when that happens, but you know, don't borrow trouble. What makes you think it's your fault anyway?
Can't you tell that I hate my dad? I mean, Mom knows it, and when we fight, it makes her worse.
Kimmy, that's no way to talk about your dad,
Oh,
though.
get real, Kristen. You don't like him? No one at church likes him. He's a selfish, macho pig. And I try to stand up to him, but it doesn't help.
I know the situation with your dad didn't help your mom, but it isn't the total reason she's in the hospital. And I also know that you guys have problems, but right now isn't the place to talk about it.
Can we go somewhere?
Yeah, we can. Let's go. Do you want to go now?
I can't. I have to be home for Addie.
Okay. Well, you have my number. Just call me. Who's the boy, by the way?
I'll call you when I get home.
Okay, let's go somewhere Saturday.
Hi, Mrs. Greer. Nice Dress. Are you going home?
Yeah, sorry, I had to talk to Kristen, but this is my best friend Lexi. Lexi, that's my daughter's name.
Oh, that's so cool. You have kids?
I do, I have 2 actually.
Yeah, her kids live in Arizona.
Oh, that's a long ways away.
Yeah, I know, but we make it work. They have friends and family.
I bet you miss them a lot.
I sure do. Are you guys walking? Do you want to get some exercise?
Yeah, you want to walk with us?
Hey, sweetie, need a ride?
You scared us half to death. No, we're exercising.
Oh, well, that must be why you look so good.
Is that a compliment?
Well, of course. Just trying to sweeten you up so you'll say yes.
Yes to what?
A romantic evening on the town. Are you busy tomorrow night?
Really? A real date? What's the occasion?
Well, just figured we deserved a night out together.
Oh, how romantic.
How sweet. I hope I find a man like you, Jordan. Don't rush the boy thing. It's not all
Oh,
romance.
Come on now. You know I'm romantic.
No.
Even once in a while is more than we get, right, Cammy?
That's for sure.
Well, since these girls think it's so romantic, I should say yes. So, what time?
7:45.
Okay, I'll be ready.
All right, see ya.
Kim, you just gotta give your mom some time. She just gotta work through things. What's going on with you and your dad?
I hate him and he hates me.
Okay, but what have we been learning about on Wednesday nights?
I know, obey your parents, but this is different.
I don't think Dad would agree. He's still your dad, and the fighting, it doesn't help anyone. It just makes things worse.
I know, but I hate him. What does the Bible say about that?
Well, I don't know what the Bible says about hating your parents, but it does say we have to respect and honor them. Not because they do everything right, but because they're our parents. Have you been praying?
I tried, but it doesn't help.
Keep trying. Have you talked to your mom?
I do, but it just makes things worse, and that's why she's sick. Is I talk to her and she doesn't know how to fix it.
Well, I think she'll get some help in the hospital.
Yeah, but what about me? Are they gonna help me?
You have to want to be helped, Cammy. You're not really acting like you want help right now.
Good afternoon, ladies. Can I get you anything? A milkshake or a malt or maybe just some food?
I'll have a chocolate shake.
Okay.
Same.
You don't want anything to eat?
No, a shake's fine.
Okay, come right up.
It just,
Would it help if I visited your mom with you?
yes, I would love that.
Okay, I'll make sure it's okay with your doctor, and then we'll see what happens, okay?
All right, ladies.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Do you think I'm horrible because I hate my dad?
No, Cammy, I don't think you're horrible. Every family has problems, and we all have secrets, but you need to start praying about it.
I know.
Listen to God. He'll tell you what to do.
But how do I know when he's talking to me?
Well, I've always heard that if you are hearing good ideas, it's from God, but if you're hearing bad ideas, it's your own design.
Oh my gosh, hide me.
What's going on?
See that boy over there? I don't want to talk to him. Yes.
Hey, Cammy, hey, Miss Greer. You guys just hanging out?
We're talking about very important things.
Oh, I don't want to interrupt you guys.
I'm just teasing. You can join us. So what have you been up to?
My team meets here every other Saturday. We were skating. We were finishing up when I saw you guys inside.
Oh, okay, so that would be the basketball
Oh, who
team.
knows? Kyle's on every team.
So are you on the quiz team and the chess team too?
I'm not on the chess team or the quiz team. I'm not smart enough for those two.
But you do pretty well in my classes.
Yeah, but your class is way more fun than actual work.
Oh, well, thank you.
Oh, aren't we both so nice? I think it's time for us to go. Are you ready?
Sure, I guess so. We'll see you later, Kyle.
Actually, I was telling Cammy, could you stay for a second? I really need to talk to you.
I don't think so, because I can Miss Greer.
Miss Greer, could you stay?
As long as it's okay with Cammy, I guess it's fine with me.
Please, Cammy.
All right, but you have to take me straight home after.
Of course, yeah. See you Monday, Miss Greer.
Okay, bye guys.
All right, what's so important?
It's about Friday. I really meant it seriously when I asked you out. I think it's just My bad reputation got in the way.
How'd you get that reputation, Kyle? Are you out late with girls? And what kind of girls do you date? Do you date around a lot? I mean, I got your message loud and clear. All right, if you want to go out, you'll have to prove your reputation isn't what everyone says it is.
Okay, what do I have to do?
Well, this Saturday night, Lexi and I are going to the drive-in, and that can get started. But if you're serious, you can go to church with me.
Let's try the drive-in first and see how that goes.
All right, this should be fun. Lexi won't believe this.
Guess it didn't mean that much to you. Standing here in a vacant room, we're locking hands, look in your eyes. Teenage romance. I couldn't leave you there, your front door. Stare at the ceiling in your bedroom floor. I need you, I needed to, yeah. Wait for me from the start. Wait for me from the heart.
Oh, Cammy, I'm so glad you're here. I've missed you so much.
I came as soon as Dad let me. This place looks nice. They keep it up.
Yeah, it is nice. I know you're having trouble with your dad, but we'll work it out.
It won't work, Mom. He thinks he has no problems.
Cammy, don't talk that
It's
way.
true. We walk on eggshells making sure he's not upset. He has no problems.
Your dad does have problems. Look, we all have problems. I've got one. I've ignored the problems in my marriage. I've let it go for too long. But I'm getting help, and your dad is too. He's agreed to see a counselor. It's going to be okay. Look, I know he puts up a hard front, but deep down he's a good man.
I'm glad you're so optimistic. When are you coming home?
I'm not sure. Your Aunt May has asked me to come stay with her for a while. Doctor's orders. Can you handle being alone for a while?
No, I won't stay with him without you.
Look, I wish I could come home right now, but if you want me to get well, I've got to have a break. I promise, as soon as I can, I'll be home. You know I want to be home with you and Addie more than anything.
But I need you now.
Mrs. Black, it's almost time for supper. Okay, she was getting ready to head home. I hope you had a nice visit. I'm glad you came for a visit. Are you ready to go? You can come back. I love you. I love you too.
not being mean. She's playing the game wrong.
I'm not either.
Yes, you are. You know how to play the game, and you're playing it wrong.
You're picking on her.
Oh, well, I'm
You
always
need to
wrong in your
calm
eyes.
down, young lady.
Calm down? You're going to tell me to calm down when you're yelling at me?
Yes, because you're being so unreasonable.
Unreasonable?
Yes, you need to go to your room.
Oh, fine. You always want me out of your sight. I'm going to my room and I'm leaving.
Good. Stay there and don't come out. Pastor.
Hey, Mitch.
Hey, Pastor Dan. I need your help.
Oh no, what's going on?
Cammy's left. We had it out and she's gone.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Mitch. Do you need me to come over?
Yes, please.
Okay, all right. I tell you what, give me about 10 minutes and I'll be there, all right?
Hello? No? Is there a problem?
Yes, we had words and she's ran out.
Have you called around?
Yeah, I talked to Lexi. I sure did.
What about Sharon?
No, I don't think it'll be a good idea. I don't want to worry her right now.
Well, maybe I'll just stop by and see if Cammy's there or something.
Okay.
Hey, Mitch?
Yeah.
Listen, if I find her, can she come and stay the night with me?
I think that would be a really good idea right now. Kristen, would you please tell her I'm sorry?
Well, I'll have her call you and you can tell her that.
Okay, thank you so much, Kristen.
Hey, Kristen, what are you doing here?
Hey, Sharon, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are things on the outside?
Pretty hectic, to be honest.
Kristen, how's Cammy?
She's actually why I'm here. Has she been to visit you or anything?
She was here yesterday. She wasn't happy when I told her about going to stay with my sister May.
Yeah, I don't want to worry you or anything, but she and Mitch had a big fight tonight and we can't find her.
Can't find her?
I'm sure she's just with friends or something, but I was just, if she comes by here, could you let me know?
Of course I'll let you know. Please do the same if you find her, if you talk to her, if she's okay.
Yeah, we have everybody out looking for her, okay? So please don't worry.
Okay.
I'll see you later.
Thanks, Kristen. Kristen, thanks for loving her like you do.
Hey, she's so special to me. I promise you we'll find her and we'll call you, okay?
Thanks.
Pastor Dan, first, I want to thank you for taking your time to come over and talk with me. I know with everything going on at church, you're busy, and I'm sure you don't have time for me.
Mitch, no worries, buddy. I'm glad to be here for you, and I hope I can help, but I don't know what's actually going on.
I'm losing my family. My wife, she's about to go over the edge, and I think Cammy hates me. And it just seems like nothing I can do is going right, and everything's going downhill. You know, I just don't understand. I work these long, crazy hours to try to support my family, and when I come home, it's like they don't appreciate anything I do.
I understand, Mitch. I tell you what, don't get upset with me here, okay, buddy? I'm going to be the messenger, okay? After telling me that, one of the first things that pops into my mind is how the Bible talks about God wanting us to treat others as we treat ourselves, okay? And it makes me wonder, Mitch, have you actually stood back lately and watched how you treat your family and after work, during the week? Have you really got to observe that and think about that?
Well, just sitting here thinking right now, I've probably not treated them the best.
Sure. And that's understandable. I understand, Mitch. I just, I've found through the years that when I have a circumstance or I want someone to change, that it usually works out best if I start with me. I have to take a deep look inside and think, okay, what is it that I can do to change before I start expecting other people to change? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, good. And Mitch, there's always hope, okay? There's always hope. And God He can restore any situation that we get into. That's what he does. That's who he is, okay? He specializes in that. He wants to change that situation for you, all right? Here's what I want you to do. I want you to talk to your wife, okay? And I know you talked to her. I know you already have, but this time I want you to really talk. And most importantly, I want you to listen, all right? I want you to listen to everything that she has to say. All right, brother? Can I pray with you?
Of course, please.
Father God, I just come to you right now with Mitch.
Hey, Kristen, how you doing today?
Hey, I know this is a really weird request, but I need one of your players' phone numbers.
Seeing some kind of trouble?
No, one of my kids is missing, and I think she might be hiding out at his place.
Oh, is she in some kind of trouble?
Yeah, it's a really long story.
Yeah, hang on a second. Let me get that for you real quick.
Hello?
Hey, Mrs. Kramer, this is Kristen Greer from the high school. Listen, I'm wondering if Kyle is home and if I could talk to him.
Yes, he's here. Is there some kind of trouble?
No, actually, it's about a friend of his.
Okay, I'll get him. Kyle?
Hello?
Hey, Kyle, this is Miss Greer.
Oh, hey, Miss Greer. You're probably calling about Cammy.
Yeah, is she there?
Yeah, she's here. She's pretty flipped out when she got here, so she just stayed.
Okay, thanks for taking care of her, Kyle. Could I talk to her?
Hey, Kristen.
Hey, Cammy. I am so glad to hear your voice. You have the whole town out looking for you. We've all been so worried, especially your dad.
I thought you'd be glad to get rid of me.
You know better, Cammy. It's your dad.
We had a big fight.
Yeah, I know. He told me. Listen, he said you could come and stay the night with me tonight, okay?
All right. I'll text you the address.
All right. So, why'd you go to Kyle's?
She's been so nice here lately, and your dad wouldn't find me there.
Well, I'm at least glad you had somewhere safe to go.
I just can't stay home.
Sounds like you had a really big fight over nothing.
It's not just nothing, it's the way he treats me.
I don't think you were totally innocent, Cammy.
No, but he makes me that way. I can't be around him.
You guys have to find a way to work this out.
It's not gonna work out until he admits he has some sort of fault.
Okay, but you can't wait for that to happen. You can only control you. You can't.
But he's the adult.
Well, I know that, and he'll have to deal with it in his own time.
But when?
I don't know. You've got to take care of yourself, though.
That's not fair.
No, it isn't. And if you want your mom to come home, and I know you do, you might have to be the first one to take a step.
I do. I know that you're right. I just... Why am I like this?
Well, Kimmy, you can't bottle up all of your problems and all of your secrets, especially not from God. Have you been praying?
It's too hard.
Well, I know it is. But even I have secrets that I've bottled up.
Yeah, I can't believe that.
Well, do you know how I was married before?
Yeah.
Well, that marriage fell apart because my husband and I fought all the time, just like you and your dad. Yeah, and then I ended up in a hospital, a lot like your mom. It happens to other people, Cammy. I mean, I wasn't able to repair that relationship, but, you know, I got better, and I changed, and I got help.
Can you help me?
Of course. You have to find a way to talk to your dad. That's the first step. You've got to restore that relationship. Okay?
Oh, thank you. You're as romantic as those girls say.
Oh, thank you. I'm real glad you were able to find Cammy and help her with her situation. She just wants to be loved so badly and just needs affection.
Yeah, she's not getting it at home. I mean, especially with her mom in the hospital and everything.
Speaking of, how is Sharon doing?
I think she's all right. She'll pull through, but she's gonna have to take a break.
A break from Mitch?
Just from everything. I mean, her whole life is Mitch and the kids, and she just doesn't have anything for herself. And I don't know. Cammy thinks it's all her fault because her and her dad fight. It's a really big mess.
That must be real tough for her, but I'm glad she has you at least to speak to.
Yeah, I hope that I help in some way.
You probably help more than one you?
Yeah.
Hi, how are you all this evening?
Good. How are you?
My name is Katie, and I'll be your waitress. May I take your drink order?
I'll just have water.
Water?
Water as well, please.
Okay, I'll be right back with that.
Thank you.
This is a really nice place.
Well, you deserve it, Kristen. You work so hard and just are there for everybody. You look really nice tonight. Have I told you that yet?
No, but I was kind of waiting for that.
Well, you do look very nice. And that dress, it's new, isn't it? I don't think I've seen it before.
No, actually it's old, but I only pull it out for special occasions.
Ah, well, it does look nice, as do you. So, before we order our food, I want to talk about something serious with you.
Okay.
I got my acceptance letter from Southern this week, and I'm going to be a pastor, but I have to start this fall.
Wow. I'm so proud of you. I know you've been waiting for that for a really long time.
Yeah, but before I go, there's something I got to do.
Okay.
I've got to make sure you can come with me.
What do you mean?
Kristen, I love you more than I thought I could love anyone, and I just know I'm supposed to marry you, and I guess I'll just come out with it. And... Kristen, will you marry me?
Please don't hate me. Please don't. I'm so sorry. I can't give you an answer right now. I'm so sorry.
Why? I don't understand this. I love you more than anyone, and we've been together for 2 years, and we've known each other for longer than that. And I pray to God for her happiness every day, and I just know God has meant us to be together. I know we're just such a great couple. I don't understand it. You do love me, don't you?
Of course I do. I should have talked to you. I should have said something before this. I'm so sorry. I can't do this right now.
I don't understand this. Do you know the time when you won't know an answer?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Kristen, just tell me what I can do. What can I do to help? You know you can talk to me about anything.
I got it. I'll be in the car.
Hi. Is everything okay?
No, we're not gonna be able to stay. I apologize, but
No.
yeah, we need to go. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I just noticed.
Yeah, but thank you for everything.
No, you're
Appreciate
welcome.
Do you want some toast?
No thanks, Cammy. I'm just gonna have my coffee.
Are you sure I can make it quick?
Well, okay. I'll just have one piece. Thank you for being so nice.
You know what they say, breakfast is the most important meal.
Yep, I've heard that before.
Have you talked to Mom recently?
Yeah, Cammy. I have actually. I've visited with her twice this week, and I went to see her last week as well.
And how'd it go?
Well, she's doing okay, and so am I.
You're doing okay?
Yeah, Cammy, you know, I need to apologize for what happened the other day. You know, I've just been so hard on your mom and so hard on you, and I just realized that this is mostly my fault. I haven't admitted to what I've done.
Wow, Dad. I mean, not that it's your fault, but things are working out.
Yeah, I go to work and I treat everybody at work kind and I'm considerate to them, but then when I come home, I'm inconsiderate to you and your mom and Addie.
It's not like I've been nice either. It's just all of this has been so stressful.
Thank you. Yeah, well, your mom said that she is going to, work on some things, and the doctor said she's just worn out and needs some rest. But she's going to come home, and Pastor Dan came over the other day when you were at Kristen's, and we're going to try to work on some things.
How are we gonna do that?
Well, I've made some appointments with him, and he's going to meet with you and Addie and myself.
Addie too.
Well, of course, she is part of the family.
I mean, I know she doesn't show her frustrations as much as me, but I know she has to be hurting too.
No, she definitely does not show her frustrations like you do. But, all of your frustrations are from me and my actions, and I'm sorry for that.
I'm sorry too, and I'm gonna try. All right, Addie. I'm gonna try to not yell so much.
Well, the yelling should have been stopped a long time by me. I'm the adult, and I should have put a stop to that, and I'm sorry. I hope we can fix things.
I want to fix things too.
Cammy, I sure hope you know how much I love you.
Love you too, Dad. I guess I better go to school.
All right, well, have a great day.
You too.
So, Kristen, what's going on? You definitely sounded upset on the phone.
Well, I have some secrets in my life, and they're starting to cause some real problems. I just don't know what to do, and it's really hard to talk about.
Okay, well, take your time. Take your time. That's what we're here for. So,
Well, I know I've told you about my divorce, but I don't usually tell people the whole story. It was messy.
okay. Well, if it's any consolation, most divorces are messy, so we'll give you that, okay?
This one was really, really messy.
Okay.
I was very sick, and my ex, he thought that our marriage problems were being caused by my mental problems and not so much the other way around, and he sent me to a mental hospital for a while.
Okay. Well, I'm sure you're very much aware that people, and especially the church, looks at mental illness a lot differently now than we have in the past, and we realize that there's chemical imbalances and medications that can help, and counseling and therapy. And Kristen, that's nothing for you to be embarrassed about. Totally not.
I'm very glad about that. It's just, in that process, I lost custody of my kids. And I know that a lot of it had to do with my own behavior. I wasn't much of a mom when I was sick, and it didn't help though. He made me out to be this lunatic, and my kids were afraid of me. And
But you know what? I've seen you with your kids. You've got wonderful kids. They've got a wonderful mom that they love, and they're great kids. So
they really are, and they've grown up a lot, and they understand a lot more now. And
good.
I know God had his hand in the situation, because otherwise they could have been really messed up.
yes, God is good at keeping us parents from messing up our kids. That's one of the great things that he does for us as parents, but I understand.
I just feel so guilty sometimes because I left them without a mom, and I didn't even try to get custody, and maybe I should have. I don't know. I couldn't handle it at the time, and I didn't want to put them through it.
Sure. I'm sorry, Kristen. I honestly didn't know it'd ever happen that way. But again, I have seen your kids, and I know they love you with a passion. And they do, yes.
And we have a great relationship now, and
Good, good.
my faith is really strong. I have Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
He asked me to marry him though, and I couldn't give him an answer.
Okay. I'm assuming that's because you haven't told him about your kids. Is that right? Okay. I understand that is a tough one, Kristen. But you know what? I know Jordan very well, and I know that he loves you to the moon and back. You know, he loves you completely. And he's a very rational guy. I think he's going to say, you know, hey, sorry you missed some good years there with your kids, but let's get on with it. And I think he's totally going to understand, and it's not going to be a problem. Not at all. So I know you've talked to a select few about this, including myself, but I'm wondering, Kristen, have you really talked to God about this?
I kind of go round and round about this one. I ask his forgiveness, and I feel forgiven at first, but then I see kids that remind me of my own, and I'm right back at his feet, and then I know the kids have forgiven me, I know he's forgiven me, I know all of that in my head, I can't forgive myself.
Sure. That's very, very common. Very hard to do, to forgive ourselves. It's much easier to forgive someone that did something bad to you than it is to honestly forgive yourself. I totally understand that. You know, as we were talking, I'm reminded of the story there, and I think it's in Luke 7 about the woman that poured the oil on Jesus' feet. Are you familiar with that story? It's one of my favorites. It's a very simple story, but it speaks volumes. This woman that wanted to show Jesus her love and worship poured this oil on her. It was very expensive oil, and she poured it on him as he talked and wiped it with her hair. And even though to her it was a great act of worship, a lot of the people were very judgmental that was in the room. They didn't look at it that way. They didn't see her that way. They thought, hey, she's wasting very expensive, oil. It could be used for other things. It could be used to help the needy, and why would she want to do that? But when she finished, Jesus, seeing her heart and knowing where she came from, he said to her there in verse 47, "Daughter, your sins are forgiven." He completely forgave her that day. Do you understand that, what he's doing there? And somehow, as you're talking, I'm sort of seeing you and her together here in the same boat. She's had some bad past. She's had some baggage. She was a prostitute. Come from a bad line there. Had I'm sure some bad times. But Jesus saw her heart, and after he told her, you've been forgiven, I'm sure she walked out of there a changed woman. Now she could go to those women, those girls that were in the same situation. She could minister to them. She could offer new words of life and hope for those girls, just like you did. It's been tough. You've had a bad past there. Who hasn't? And I'm not saying God puts those things in our life, but I think he allows it sometimes. I think what he's doing with you is he's had you in that. You've come out of it, and now he's wanting to use you even more than he already does, probably even more than you even realize. I see you there. I see you at school. I know you teach, you counsel. I've watched you at church taking that extra 5 minutes to some young girl that needs to talk, being there for all these kids. That's amazing. Mrs. Black, I saw her the other day at the hospital, and she said you've been to see her several times. Kristen, who else would have the love and compassion for that woman than someone like you that knows what she's going through? That's what God's wanting to do. He's just wanting you to forgive yourself. You're being the mom that you need to be. Your kids love you. You have a fiance that loves you, is begging you to get married. All you need to do is forgive yourself, dear. I think that's the key to it all. Does that make sense? Can I pray with you? Father God, I thank you for Kristen, and I pray you bless her life and bless Jordan, God, as they start a ministry together. And Lord, just be with them and help her find that forgiveness, God. It's difficult. It's very difficult, but it can happen, God. You can restore, you can heal, you can mend. And I pray you start from this very day as she walks out of this office, God, as that woman was that poured the oil, a new creation, a new woman, God, in you, and a new peace. I thank you, God. I look forward to seeing what's going to happen in her lives and all the lives that they're going to touch together. We thank you in Jesus' name. Amen.
I talked to Pastor about everything. I know I've talked to you about the divorce and about how bad everything was with the abuse, and
It's no problem.
there's a little more to the story. Right when we separated, I was really sick, and I spent some time in a mental health hospital.
Kristen, you told me how bad it was, and I could imagine anyone in that situation would need help, but it's just no problem.
Okay, there's a little more. When I was there, I lost custody of my kids. I didn't even try for joint custody, and I was just so sick. I couldn't handle it, and
Kristen, I know. Lexi told me at Christmas when they were visiting. I just figured you would tell me when you were comfortable.
So, you've known this whole time?
I guess we both need to kind of work on our communication. It's a big one in marriages.
Wow, okay. Well, I guess since you asked me to marry you and you knew all that, you still want to marry me?
Of course I still want to marry you.
I know my answer then.
Well, hold on. I want to make sure we do this the right way. How about we pick up at dinner Friday night?
Sorry I spoiled the last one.
It's okay.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Dr. Schreier.
Sharon, Mitch, glad you're here.
Thanks. Good to be here.
Good to see you. Cammie, Addie, welcome. You know, before we get started, I just wanted to let you two know how pleased I am with the progress that you two have made over the last few sessions. I can really see that your heart's in that, and this is what's going to help. So let's get started. How's everyone doing tonight?
Oh, just fine and dandy, or we wouldn't be here.
Cammie, you promised that you would try.
I'm sorry, I'll try.
We're all a little stressed. Let's just take a deep breath.
It's okay. It's okay.
You know, Cammie, it's not just you. It's me too.
Thanks, Mitch.
You know, I want us to be back together, Sharon. And I know God can make that happen if I'll do what he asks.
Me too.
You know, Mitch, as leader of the family, why don't you start us out tonight? Just tell us what you're feeling, what you think about things.
Well, Dr. Schreier, first I want to apologize to my wife and to my girls. I'm so sorry. I know how demanding I can be. I know how I want things done a certain way. And I know it's just my personality. And I'm so sorry for all the pain I've caused. I know at work there's issues that I can't control, and that's just how I cope. But that's no excuse. I want to love you all the right way. That's why we're here. It's not because your mom needs help, even though that's what I thought at the beginning.
I know I make you mad too.
Boy, yeah, you sure do make me mad.
Funny, you both make each other mad.
Well, Addie, it sure wasn't funny at the time. But anyways, I know this is my problem first and foremost. And secondly, I know we have some things to work on, but I know we can do it together.
I haven't been totally honest either. I've resented you for years, honey. I let things go and they built up until I just broke down, and I know that was a mistake. If we'd have been communicating with each other all along, we may not even be here where we're at. And I might have saved the kids some pain.
Mom, I don't have any pain.
Addie, you're just not aware of it yet. I hope you haven't been hurt too much.
I'm fine, really, I am.
Hey, Addie, haven't you heard of Spite? What do you do?
I usually put my headphones on with loud music.
Oh, sweetie, that is pain. And I'm so sorry. When you heard us arguing and you did that, that was you trying to avoid the pain.
I'm glad you could get away, Addie. I wish I could have. Sometimes I just wanted to get in the car and leave and never come back.
Boy, we sure were bad, weren't we?
If it weren't for me, you guys would have been happy, though.
Oh, Cammy, no. I put way too much pressure on you, and you naturally rebelled.
Cammy, you've got a really strong personality, and you say things up front. It's something that I need to learn how to do. But as you get older, you'll learn to do it with less confrontation and more discussion. It's just a learning thing for you.
Wow, you guys have really been thinking this thing through.
We've had some pretty tough confrontations the last few weeks, Dr. Shearer.
I know you have, Sharon, and that's why we're making progress. Does anybody else have anything they want to say?
I don't know if I should say this, but I just want to get it out. I've had terrible thoughts about you, Dad. I've even told people I hated you.
Oh,
Cammy, listen, none of this is your fault. We are moving forward from this point forward, okay? I have said things, we've all said things that we've regretted. I will not hold a grudge against you, and I know you won't hold a grudge against me. Oh, wait a minute. I guess that kind of sounded bad. I hope you won't hold a grudge against me. We are going to move forward from this point on.
It's so good to see you all talking. You know, God's made some real changes in our family. And if He can forgive us, we can forgive each other. Pretty soon we'll all be home together.
What incredible progress you've made this week.
Well, girls, I think it's time for us to go. Your mom needs to get some rest.
If it's okay, I'd like to stay. I mean, Kristen said she could take me home after, and she wants to tell me about her date with Jordan anyways.
Okay, I think that will be fine as long as it's okay with your mom.
It's absolutely fine. And Addie, if she wants to stay, I'd like her to stay too. We can play a game of Monopoly like we used to.
That's wonderful. You know, this has just been an incredible day. I want you to know I love you all so, so very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I told Cammy we could give her a ring or call her when we're not here.
Oh, a phone call?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can be sure to do that.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I feel like this huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
It is quite a relief. You wouldn't imagine what I had going through my head. I just thought something was awful, and but I see you wore my favorite dress again.
I did. I wanted it to be just like last time.
Well, you are beautiful, and I love you more than anything.
I love you too.
And now that we've tied up all the loose ends, I suppose it's time we tied the knot. Kristen, will you marry me?
Yes.
Kristen, I love you more than anything, and I will never hurt you.
I really believe that.
Just no more secrets, okay?
Of course not.
I can't wait for us to spend our lives together.
Perfect timing. It's Cammy.
Of course.
Hello? Cam? Cammy? Are you okay? Are you okay?
What's going on?
Okay, we'll be there as fast as we can. Mitch was in a car accident. We have to go.
I should have warned you that not all of these snapshots were going to be happy.
I'm so sorry. I never know what to say. I'm so sad. And I can't eat and I can't sleep. You've been telling me to talk to God and my dad about our problems. I'm just so thankful. Because when he died, he knew that I loved him. And I knew that he loved me. Kimmy, I'm so proud of you for listening to God and trying to fix that relationship because you got the chance to fix it.
Yes, our God is one who restores and just makes us know together that we can get through anything.
I can see it in your eyes. There is a truth competing with the lies. 'Cause you're a new creation now. But every struggle fills your mind with doubt. Seems like everyone around you has perfect life, and you're just to see a life beyond your wildest dreams. You might feel like you're breaking, but you're still in the making. Can you hear the still small voice that somehow finds its way through all the noise? He's gonna do what he does best. He'll make a masterpiece out of the mess. Oh, he makes a masterpiece out of the mess. So don't give up, don't ever forget, you are loved, he's not